college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, as we'll see a team from the American, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bulls will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field and they'll have the ball first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man, it's Hayes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hayes. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bohannon. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different.
Heading to the end zone, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
This offense is high octane, boy. You saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and now the ball's out. And they grab it in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding an escape route. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Grab near the sticks. It's Hayes. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's McClure. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Handoff from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Wolf. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Caught behind the line. It's Sullivan. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, USF! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Hayes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Brown will throw it. Looking left. Makes the grab. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Gain of 22. Good enough for first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Norton. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
That's reeled in. It's Nimrod. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle. It's Hayes. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bohannon. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Reed. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yeoman Stadium.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to set the tone with the run. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. And he'll be brought down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
And the Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Punt is on its way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That's caught. It's Preston. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. Now on 1st down from the 43. From the shotgun, the inside give. On the move to the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hayes. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's now 2nd and goal.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything? I'll take it myself. In for 6.
lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Alexis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The sure hands, it's Singleton. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Brown wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Used to play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Give to the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Spreads it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. They'll run it. He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further. And they'll turn it over on downs. Find some fresh air.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Creates a little room. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Brown will throw it. Fires on the move. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Gets away. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Singleton. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On the ground, it's McClure. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Holds it in. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Escapes trouble. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got his man. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Deep shot for the end zone. touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. A minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. Nice move to keep running. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers, those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The quarterback takes a knee.